Hey, Haley. You know, I just wanted to message you to let you know my thoughts on you. I'm glad you're finally getting married to my brother. Even though you're a little old since you're in your 30s. Well, with this and that all happening, it seems that you getting married to my brother may never have happened. I really didn't think that it would work. I'm so glad that you were able to get married to George, despite us not being close. Must be such a relief for you.
Okay, Rosie, I don't know what to say to those messages you just sent me. This doesn't sound like you're blessing my marriage to George at all. How am I supposed to respond to this? This is too much for me right now. Look, I just got married later in life, and there's nothing wrong with that. Many people do nowadays. To be honest, I can't believe that you'd say something like this. Don't you think what you said is kind of horrible, considering it's not really a huge problem?
Well, in my opinion, I feel like you getting married at the age you are is a little bit embarrassing. I couldn't let that happen to myself. And that's why I knew that I had to get married really quickly, when I was still in my prime. But I guess, if you can find someone in a hurry, what are you to do?
You know what? I'm not entirely surprised about your opinion on me getting married at the age I am. Look, I've always worked hard at my job. I just happened to put my career first for a while. I just focused on what I wanted to do, and this is what happened. Marriage wasn't a priority, but then I met George. Luckily, we had talked about marriage early in our relationship, and I'm glad it all turned out the way it did, even if I'm a little bit older. We're in no rush. Besides, marriage isn't something that you necessarily have to do. Also, I think the best timing to get married is different for each couple.
I'm sure that's what you say to yourself all the time, so that you can change people's views on it. Since you focused on your job, you must have a lot of money, right? You wanted more money in your life, so that's why you put your career over marriage, yes? If you're loaded, how about that you give me some money? I'm in a bit of a pinch this month.
After the way you've been talking to me in this conversation, no. This isn't the way that someone should ask to borrow money or get a loan. Even if I let you borrow some money, you do realize that you're going to have to give it all back to me if I lend you even a cent, right? Do you understand that?
Well, Haley, it's not like I'm going to give it back, okay? But I don't have to return it right away, do I? You're not really short of money. I'm the one who's having a bit of financial trouble here, so I'm the one who needs the money. So it would be very much appreciated if I could borrow some cash.
I don't get why you're asking me when there's other things you could do to earn money. Why don't you get a part-time job or something? You're a full-time housewife, right? You're not pregnant or have any children yet, right? So that's not stopping you from working now, is it? If you don't have kids, you can continue to work. Also, to get the housework done, you and your husband can share the load. I think it would be absolutely possible to earn money that way, yeah?
What the heck are you talking about? No way would that work. Nope. Look, to be honest, I don't want to get a job or anything like that. It's just too much for me. Don't you know the full reason as to why I got married when I did? So that I didn't have to work and that I could become a full-time housewife. I'm quite different from you, aren't I?
If that's the case, then you can be that short of money if your husband is providing for you. If you're really struggling, you'll make time to work. If you've got time but you don't work, or in your case, decide not to work, then of course you're not going to get more money in your pocket. That's just how it works, right? But if you were to find somewhere to work and you work hard for a while and still don't have money, then yes, I'd help you.
I knew you were going to turn around and try to give me some kind of lecture about needing to work. You're such a stingy person. Didn't I give you permission to get married to my brother? Don't you know that I was the one that allowed the marriage to go ahead? And yet, there's no gratitude whatsoever.
You gave me permission? What on earth are you even talking about? All I needed was a blessing from my mother and father-in-law, let alone my sister-in-law.
Well, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't have gotten married. There is absolutely no benefit to us if you married my brother, so I persuaded them. Didn't you just get married? You should be thanking me for you being able to marry my brilliant brother. Otherwise, you're just a useless person.
How am I a useless person? I really don't get what you're saying right now. It wasn't because of any of you as to why I was able to marry George.
Whatever you say, Haley. Okay, I'm going to come and visit you sometime, so I just want you to treat me well as a house guest when that happens, okay? I heard that you and George live in a pretty nice apartment, and I just want to see that for myself. I'll come over and check it out.
Sure. If you really want me to entertain you, I guess I will. I understand what you want to do. Just please contact me properly in advance so that I can tell you my availability. Okay, Rosie, I'm on my way home right now, but you're still in the house, aren't you? If that's the case, I'll go and buy something to eat for dinner.
Hello there, Haley. I'm already out of the house, so you don't need to worry too much about that. That auto lock is very convenient, isn't it?
Oh, you've gone back already? I thought I asked if you wanted to come out with me, but you said that you wanted to stay at home.
Well, after all, I thought that your house was way bigger, but I guess it's not really. I've come all this way, so I thought I would take it easy.
Well, it just so happened that I was only at home in the morning. Guess I'm glad that I was able to work, but I don't get why you'd go to my house when no one is there.
Well, I don't know. But in the end, you were there, so everything's fine, right? You were at home in the morning, so you've definitely been here today.
But that's not what I'm talking about right now, Rosie. I'm so confused as to what's going on right now. Can you just please explain what you're doing?
I thought that you were more of a luxurious person. Haley, but you don't even have a branded handbag or anything. You love working so much, that's what I'm saying. Surely you've got enough money to buy high-end products like handbags, earrings, and other accessories. That's what I thought. But I was blown away that there's nothing like that here.
Wait, why are you talking about things that I might own? Are you telling me that you entered my bedroom to go and look for those sorts of things?
Of course I went to your room. You know how nosy I am. I wanted to see every single corner of every single room in the house. I wanted to hide in that bedroom so that I could have a look at everything that you own. What's wrong with that, Haley? I was invited to come over, right?
But how could you possibly do that, Rosie? Is it not common sense to not step foot into someone's bedroom in someone else's house? Don't you think you're overstepping? You're actually joking with me right now, aren't you? You're not actually telling me that you entered our bedroom without our permission, right?
Well, to be honest, you didn't say yes or no, and the door wasn't locked. It was wide open, so I just walked right on in. So, where are you hiding your handbags? In your bedroom, of course, yeah? So I went in there to check it out properly because I'm very interested to see what you have in there. I thought it wasn't possible, but I found something special. Can you possibly guess what I've got now in my hot little hands, Haley? Go on, you can guess. What do you think that I found in your bedroom?
Huh? What do you even mean by that? I don't understand what you're talking about. Not only have you entered my room, you've been digging around? How could you do something like that, Rosie? Nothing in there is any of your business. What do you think you found? Treasure? What were you looking for, Rosie?
I never thought that I would be going on a treasure hunt in your bedroom today. I was able to find the best thing. Thanks to you for letting me in. I found cruise ship tickets.
Excuse me? What did you just say that you found? You've got our cruise ship tickets? Well, since we're newlyweds, we were planning on going on a cruise. We wanted to spend some time traveling and celebrating our love for each other, so we were planning to go on a luxury cruise liner for about a month.
I should have known that you both would have planned for something like that. Well, finders keepers, losers weepers. I guess we're going on a cruise ship for a vacation.
Wait, just slow down a minute there. What do you mean we're going on a cruise? The tickets are for me and for George. Don't you get that?
You do know that it's very unfair for the both of you to go on a luxurious cruise trip for your honeymoon all by yourselves without the family, all right? I'm also a newlywed, Haley, and I think that it's only fair that you give up these tickets so that my husband and I can go on this cruise ship together.
Excuse me? Are you telling me that you're going to take the tickets for yourself? You can't just take them. That's stealing, and you don't deserve them.
Hey, don't you dare say such rude things to people. I'm your sister-in-law, and I deserve to receive a nice vacation on a big boat. You're very sweet to give them to me. Look, don't worry about the tickets, okay? My husband and I will make good use of it and have a wonderful time. Thank you for the lovely gift. We love it. Please don't get carried away with doing things like going on cruise liners. It can be overwhelming to go on. It would be better for you both to just go to a spa instead.
This can't be possibly happening right now, but I didn't put it past you to try and do something like this to me. You need to remember what you've done.
It's already too late, Haley. Hey, you're the one who left me unattended in your house, so you're the one who's truly at fault. You need to take responsibility for this. It was really just bad luck that you went to work and I was allowed to go and snoop in your bedroom. Don't hate yourself too much for being a workaholic. All you need to do for things like this to not happen again is to actually put this family before work so that you can keep an eye on what people do.
This is unbelievable. If you were really a true family member, you wouldn't do something like this to us. I am going to go to George and your parents about this.
Do as you please, Haley. Nothing is going to change what's going on. And you should have stayed at home if you didn't trust your own family member.
I left you to it because I had no idea that something like this was going to happen. I'm supposed to be able to trust you. You're not going to get away with this, Rosie.
What the heck is going on here, Haley? What are you trying to do here, huh? This ticket? You already paid for this, haven't you? Do I have to pay on the day of the boarding the cruise ship? Is that true?
Oh, well, about that, I guess you're mostly correct. But I'm not really going to answer any questions that you have because I wasn't asked if you could take the ticket in the first place. Of course I knew all the criteria when it came to purchasing the tickets, but you went ahead and stole them out of my bedroom, so naturally you don't know the system.
What the heck? How could you not have let me know about that when it came to the tickets? But it's almost about to depart. How am I supposed to pay for this?
Well, what am I supposed to do about it, Rosie? That's what they're telling you to do, then you should pay for it in order to board the ship. Now, I'm going to say one thing. I guess the mistake you've made is that you didn't check about what you needed to do before you decided to take the tickets from us. It was very difficult to gain those tickets. Look, why don't you just pay for it yourself? If you can pay for it right now, then there should be no problem for you to board the ship and have a nice time on board.
But don't you realize how impossible it is for me to do that right now, considering I was asking you for money a few days ago? It's your ticket, so you pay for it.
But aren't you guys the ones who are wanting to board the cruise liner? So shouldn't you be the one coughing up the money towards purchasing these tickets? You need to pay for it in order to get on board and enjoy yourself. Of course you've got to give them your credit card or something to guarantee your spot. But if they've already left you and you're still on the dock moaning about not being able to pay, well, I guess that's just your reality right now. You'll just have to accept that and just go home, Rosie. I'm surprised that the staff haven't gone and thrown you and your husband out into the sea yet.
Stop messing with me. This isn't funny, you stupid cow. This isn't a time for joking around here. We've been seriously looked at like criminals. If I can't pay for it myself, then I need to find someone to pay for the tickets in my place. I don't know anyone on the ship, and I can't get in touch with any of my other relatives. Is there no one within the family that could help us right now? I'm being dead serious about this. You can make online payments, can't you?
The only people that can help you right now is us, to be honest. Wait, hold on a minute. Who do you think you are? Asking us to help you out after you stole from us? I'll say it once again, Rosie. That ticket that you've got in your hot little hands are all yours. You stole it from our bedroom, remember? We were planning to use them ourselves. And yet it was you who took it and boarded the ship without even getting our permission to do so. I hold such a huge grudge against you, so why would I help you?
Hey, don't go and say things like that to me. I had no idea of what the boarding process was. Please help. Otherwise, we won't be able to travel on the boat. If we can't pay for it in full, we'll be shoved off the boat at the next port that we dock at. Please, just do us this one favor, Haley. I'm begging you. What am I supposed to do if the staff come looking for us on the boat and we still aren't able to pay? What should we do if we get dropped off in a place we don't know?
I don't know. It's not my problem. It's your responsibility to figure that part out, Rosie. Look, we're in the middle of our honeymoon right now, so I'm going to ask you to not disturb us again, all right? Please don't contact me anymore. If you keep annoying me, I'll have no choice but to block you, okay?
What? You're going to block me just because I'm messaging you for help? What's the meaning of this? You can't just ignore someone who needs help.
Oh, you haven't noticed what's going on here? Have you ever contacted the rest of your family? You do realize that you won't be able to get in contact with anyone, right? Don't you think it's a bit odd that people are not contacting you? It's because of what you've done, okay? Have you even thought about this logically?
What the heck are you even talking about, Haley? Hold on. Does that mean... Are you saying that the rest of my family have blocked my number? So my mother, my father, my aunties have blocked me so I can't contact them without the message bouncing back on me?
I mean, I don't have a clue, but I assume yes, that's probably true. When I told them all what you did at my house, they all went into a state of shock. They all said they'll no longer help you because it would bring shame on their family for basically assisting a criminal. I really don't blame them for their decision. If I can recall, that's exactly what they said to George and I after I told them all the details of the crime you committed. I was really looking forward to that luxury cruise trip, and it's such a shame that I let you into my house and that I let this happen to us, and I feel so bad about it. But you're the one that ruined everything. How can I possibly forgive someone that I thought I could trust with something that steals my own honeymoon from me? Do you know I had to apologize on your behalf for you?
Oh my God. Is that really what's going on here? I can't believe this right now. Is that seriously why they've gone ahead and blocked me from contacting them?
If you actually remember what exactly happened, you were the one that wanted to block me in the first place, yes? Since I was trying to get my tickets back from you? It was very obvious that you guys stole our cruise tickets from us because they were on the top of my dresser in our bedroom. Did my in-laws contact you at all? I'm sure that you're denying it, but I bet that you've gotten some angry messages from them and some very frustrated voicemails from both of them. But you knew that it was getting to you too much, so you went ahead and blocked them from talking to you. Don't deny it. It wasn't them who did it. It was you. You told them to shut up as you were finally planning your trip with your husband on a big luxury boat. You wanted to be left in peace, right? I think it was you who got super angry because I snitched on you to your own parents, and they were bugging you so much, so you cut contact from them.
That's not exactly true. You're twisting everything that's been happening. It wasn't all my fault that the tickets were there for the taking.
You do realize that a family meeting came out of you doing what you did to me, right? And in this particular meeting, we discussed that it was best for us to cut ties with you. You had already blocked most of us from contacting you via phone call or sending you messages, so in a matter of speaking, you lent us a hand to the next step no matter what you think. It sounds like your parents have been preparing you for a very long time. Ever since you were a child, it sounds like you've always gotten what you want. I can't believe that, and you didn't even face any consequences for it. But now they've finally seen the light when it comes to your behavior, Rosie. As a result of all their pampering until this point, it's just led to you causing trouble to other people, especially me, your own sister-in-law. They knew that there's no way they could possibly help their daughter with anything ever again, so that's it. The deal we had made is over. You've ruined your relationships, Rosie.
Okay, this is just too much. You're all taking this way too far, and I don't agree with any of this. Please, I told you this before. We're in quite a lot of trouble here, okay? I get what I've done. What I did was so wrong and regret taking those tickets from you. They weren't mine to take at all. Please, just help me out this one time.
Huh? Is this your form of an apology, Rosie? Is this some sort of joke? I can't believe how you're talking to me right now. It's so desperate. There's no way that either George or I can be satisfied with such a selfish reflection on what you've done to us. Firstly, you came into our house acting like you owned the place. Secondly, when I was at work, you took your sweet time to go through every single room in the house to see if there was anything that was worth taking. Then lastly, you entered our bedroom. Seriously, who snoops in someone's bedroom? And you took what wasn't yours, which was those cruise ship tickets. You ransacked my bedroom, didn't you? You didn't care about any of my belongings. You just went to claim something of mine so that you could turn into yours. Without any consideration for how much we were looking forward to our trip, you stole the tickets and boarded in our places. We are devastated to miss out on that experience. And yet you've got no money and you're begging for help from us even though you did us wrong. You've got some guts, that's for sure, Rosie. If the situation was switched and I was wandering around your house, I would never do that, but then I'm not a scumbag who steals from others.
Please don't say those sort of things about me. I know now that I did wrong and that I've upset you a lot. I thought that maybe you'd help me if I took these from you. Please. I'm super sorry for taking the tickets, but now I really need some help. I'm really in a pickle here, and I don't want to be thrown off the boat. Please, just help us just this once, and I'll pay you back once we get back to the city. Just please help me out, Haley. I'll do anything for your forgiveness and help.
Is there anything good that you've done for me that deserves my help, Rosie? Have you thought about that at all? I can't think of anything you've done that's been good. You've got no soul, right? So how can you be a good person, huh? The only thing you've done to me has only earned my hatred, okay? This is the result of your terrible behavior, so you can sort it all out yourself, Rosie. So please, let us alone to go on our spa trip. We want to enjoy our honeymoon. So right now, I'm going to stop talking to you. I'm going to get into the jacuzzi so that I can relax and maybe get a massage to relax my muscles. How about you enjoy the rest of that boat trip while you're still on the boat and not swimming with the fish or being eaten by sharks, okay? Bye-bye now.
No, please, don't stop talking to me. I really need some money to help pay for this. Don't let them throw me overboard. Please, just help me, Haley. Don't ignore me. Are you not going to say something to me? We've got a problem between you and I. If you just helped me out when you were supposed to, none of this would be happening right now. But then, my brother turned around and told me that he was going to call the police if I didn't leave. Do something to help me out. What's gotten into you both?
I suppose you're currently being held captive by your own brother right now, correct? Would you just be quiet so we can end this? I'll be there very soon.
Aren't you going to listen to me? You've caused me so much trouble already, both of you have. So you need to do anything I ask of you from now on. We were abandoned in a strange harbor and thought, how the heck are we going to get back home without any money? We were completely stranded. All of that because you had some fancy cruise tickets on your dresser that were shouting at me to take them. Don't you have any idea what you've done?
Are you kidding me right now? You're the one who's the criminal in all of this. You took what wasn't yours in the first place. You've completely lost your marbles, Rosie. Taking your frustrations on other people isn't a good thing. I was never intending on giving you that ticket, but you thought it would be fun to take it away. I was planning to pay for it once we got on the boat, and I was really looking forward to that trip, and you ruined it. I'm done playing nice with you now, Rosie.
How dare you talk to me like this when I've told you so many times that I'm sorry? I need your help, and you've got to help me out because we're family. Why didn't you tell me when I took those tickets that they hadn't been paid for? Who doesn't prepay for tickets these days? This doesn't make sense.
I was planning to tell you, but you wanted to block all of us so that you were caught red-handed in stealing away my honeymoon. You've ruined all your chances of redeeming yourself. Also, why on earth would I help you now when George and I are the victim of theft? From my sister-in-law, no less. Do you know how messed up that is, Rosie?
But it's not like you were in any rush to go on a honeymoon. Besides, you're both loaded and have lots of money and chances to go on a cruise. I didn't ruin anything.
You know that if you just got off your lazy butt and went and found yourself a job to earn money so that you can go on a cruise one day with your husband, none of this would have happened. Don't turn this around on me because the tickets were sitting out for the whole world to see. They weren't. You snuck into our bedroom, wanted something that wasn't rightfully yours, and took it.
How dare you? You don't know how hard it is to be a housewife. My husband gives me hardly anything for my allowance. None of it is my own money because he makes me buy us food and other things instead.
Don't start complaining about your issues with your husband when it's got nothing to do with me. And you're avoiding what you've done right now. You really need to leave my house and my husband alone. The police are on their way. Do you really want to be arrested for what you're doing right now, which is invading private property?
Don't you dare threaten me. I was coming here for help and then my brother turned sour on me. And so I'm here to make you see that it's not just me at fault. It's both of you too.
I've had enough of you. You're going to regret ever messing with me and George. I am almost home, so you better be ready to be taken away by the cops. Apparently, the police had arrived at Haley and George's house before they got home, as Rosie was desperate to redeem herself by apologizing and also asking for financial help. She was mad about how they didn't help her with the cruise ship tickets. She tried to get out of the police's grip, but she was eventually subdued by them. Apparently, she was taken away for disturbing the peace and invading private property. She's a criminal after all, so this is nothing unusual. Rosie also had tried to go to her parents' house earlier to beg for their forgiveness, since she had given them so much strife over the years. It seems that neither their house nor Haley and George's house sustained any serious damage when she tried to get inside. After that, Haley and George were able to get their relationship back on track, and their life went back to their normal schedule. However, they made the decision to move away because they were afraid Rosie would approach them again and try and ask for money. They're hoping, with moving to a new place, that they'll never have to run into her ever again. They've deleted her contact details, and if she ever tried to contact them, the calls and messages would directly bounce back to her. They know that she's a criminal at heart, and they hope that she learns from her crimes. They're also very relieved that they no longer have to deal with her antics. The punishment she gets will be something that she deserves. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.